Today we're going to talk about spirals and swirls in nature. I'm Diane. I'm a master gardener from Pierce County, Washington, and we are going to explore patterns. Leonardo Fibonacci lived many years ago, a long time ago, and he discovered that there were all kinds of patterns in our world. One of the things that he discovered was that there were lots of swirls, and he discovered that there was a mathematical progression to these swirls, and he called them the Fibonacci sequence. The littlest part is a 1, then next to it's another 1, and if you add them up, they double in size, and the next part is a 2, and then the next part adds up the 1 and the 2, and you get a 3. And each piece of this swirl adds the 2 pieces before it together, and it becomes the sequence. You will see that there are spirals everywhere. Can you see the spirals on the bottom of these pine cones? They're drawn out for you so that you can follow it. We also have one right here. Can you see the pattern? Look at that. If you pick up the pine cones when you're on a walk, you'll notice that they keep going around and around and around, following that. You'll also see that, oh, look, there's a spiral. Oh, look, there's a spiral. A lot of seashells have spirals. And did you know that your fingerprints are a spiral? See the spiral in the fingerprint? See the spiral in the shells on the snails?
Hi, my name is Sandy, and I'm also a master gardener, and I'm going to show you some pictures of different spirals that are found in nature. As you can see, there's a wide variety of things, that not just in flowers and plants, but also in animals, in snails and in shells. And then also we see them in our galaxy, which is a spiral. And our weather also demonstrates spirals. Here is a hurricane, and you can see that it looks very much like a snail. We also have some activities to do, and these are the coloring pages, and there will be a show more box down below that you can click, and you will find all of the information needed to do these projects. So we have a spiral to color, and you can make it be anything you want. As you can see, there's some very different things here. We've got some children's baby buggies, and we've got an Indian design that I think is just beautiful. And we have a snail. So there's some really clever things that you can do with this. So let your imagination go wild. We also have a coloring page here that you can use whatever colors you want. You can use colored pencils, you can use markers, you could use paint, anything that you want to make it bright and beautiful and cheery. We are also going to make some snakes, and if you have a kit already, the materials for this are in the kit. If you don't, the materials list down below in the Show Me box will give you all of that information, plus some extra references and some ideas for different activities that you can do. So enjoy looking for spirals in nature.
Today, we're going to read Swirl by Swirl, Spirals in Nature by Joyce Sidman with pictures by Beth Cromies. A spiral is a snuggling shape. It fits neatly in small spaces. Coiled tight, warm and safe, it waits for a chance to expand. A spiral is a growing shape. It starts small and gets bigger, swirl by swirl. It unwraps itself, one soft curl at a time. A spiral is a strong shape. Its outer curves protect what's inside. It knows how to defend itself. A spiral reaches out too, exploring the world. It winds around and around, and it clings tight, grasping what it needs. It never has trouble holding on. A spiral is a clever shape. It's graceful and strong. It is bold and beautiful. A spiral moves. It swirls through water, gathering bubbles. It twists through the air with clouds on its tail. It stretches starry arms through space, spinning and sparkling, forever expanding. Or it curls neat and small, warm and safe. A spiral is a snuggling shape. The end.
Hi, I'm Olivia. And I'm Zoe. And this is how to make a spiral. You might want to get some rope or some chalk or something like that you have at home. And you start with it in the middle and then you keep going on with it. It's going to look like a C at first with a very long end, and then you just start making it circle around that. And you can use pine cones, shells, or anything else you have at home. Anything with a spiral. Or even some things that don't have a spiral. Zoe is going to show us how she's going to do the chalk spiral. I'll show you how to do it with the string spiral. So, the materials we have are pine cones and seashells. This was an old art project, but it is a pine cone. So you're going to put them on the rope or next to it. I'm going to put them on the ropes because it's gonna take me forever if I don't. So I'm going to put them in a pattern, pine cone, seashell. And we're also using, and since we're using seashells, we have some of these shells. They are not spirals, they are stripes, but you can still use them if you want. I'm not gonna use them because I want to make just spirals, but it's okay if you can. Let's get some of these seashells and put it around the other one. And we're going to keep doing this process until we finish the spiral. Okay, this is our final product and what the spirals that we've made have become. So this is mine. It has a pattern of seashells, pine cones, seashells, pine cones, seashells, pine cones. And in the middle, you see there's a big giant one. And how I got this is that those are the only two things we have. My idea was that I would do a pattern too. I did seashells, pine cones, seashells, pine cones, seashells, pine cone, all around this spiral. And then my sister found this last pine cone in the box, and it had a spiral too because the string starts to spiral around because it's been in there so long. So I decided to add that at the end. And then just for fun, I added a lot of spirals all around my big spiral. And I think you guys at home can do even better with more materials than we have. Hi, everybody. So for this garden program, we're going to be making spiral snakes, because you can see they make a spiral. And these ones were made with bingo markers. We're going to use for ours some markers, but you can use any materials you have at home. So we started off by drawing a spiral, around on our paper plates. And now we're going to take our scissors and we are going to cut them out. You want to make the pencil line go all around it, and you just want to cut on the pencil line or it's not going to look like this. Okay. Now that we have finished cutting out our snake, we are going to decorate them. I have a black pen here and I'm going to make the eyes and the mouth. So now we're going to take all of our different colored markers and we're just going to go crazy with decorating them. I finished mine. As you can see, I just kind of scribbled on it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the tongue things to my snake's mouth. It's going to look something like this when it's done. I'm going to flip my snake upside down and then take the tongue and put a little dab of glue on it, on the back of it. And then we're going to take our snake and unravel the head. I'm going to stick it to the back. Try to make it right where the mouth is. And then you can keep it like this. I'm gonna watch one because I can see one. Once your snake has dried, you can actually hang it up places on the wall on even just a nail. Or tacks. Or hooks too. Yeah.
Or like this.
Yeah, you can also hang them upside down. I'd rather hang them from the head though, so they're not hanging upside down. That might be a little uncomfortable for the snake. These are our final products of the snakes. That's Zoe's. That's one of the examples. That's mine. And then there's the last example. We hanged it up on nails and hooks. That one you're looking at right now is on a hook for the windowsill. My run is hanged up on a nail. The other example of the polka dot snake is hanged up on a nail. That one is not hanged up on a nail at all. It's actually resting on something else we have hanged up on the wall. So What we're doing is we're playing a sorting game where we get spirals and put them in the spiral plate, and ones that don't have spirals and put them in the not spiral plates. So you could use the spirals as objects. You could just cut some out from printed, or you could get some from in your yard or something. So you can do like long spirals that are big or long, or you could do like small spirals that, like this is a small spiral, and they can be short, long, pokey, not pokey. So these are spirals.